Hello and welcome to the Good Boys Gone Bland Haunted Holiday Hotel. We hope you enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to Good Boys Gone Bland, Season 4, Episode 6. Ho 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 ho! I'm Denali, your Mall Santa School dropout.
Hey, I'm Krampus. I got 10 minutes till I go back on my shift to Hot Topic.
Are you smoking, Krampus?
Technically I'm vaping, I think.
You know you can't do that in here.
Dana, get off your high horse,
well,
okay? Let
whatever,
Krampus do what he wants.
Narc.
You're not the best man just because you got the red suit. I'm the best man. I'm the elf. Okay,
Coming
now,
off double shift from Spencer's Gifts.
shut the hell up. This kid's got to take his pick. Get up there, you little shit.
So, kids, what would you like for Christmas this year?
24-pack of menthols.
I want my parents to get back together.
Oh, yikes. Okay, hey. You want a gift card to Spencer's?
Okay.
Elf kid, I didn't catch your name, sorry. We kind of got into it.
Jace.
Martin.
Which kid? Sorry. Also, I'm not a kid. I'm just 5'2".
You're Krampus.
We have more characters than we do have co-hosts.
First rule of improv, is yes and. Second rule is don't make so many characters that we all instantly forget what they are.
Okay, give him a Spencer's gift card. Next kid.
What do you guys want for Christmas? Ryan, what's your Christmas, wish this year? It could be a product, it could be a concept.
Do I need to be funny, or can I be unironic?
Well, it depends on what you say, Ryan,
Are you gonna crap all over what?
Listen, it depends on what you say, dude. I mean, I'm just asking. It's just a question,
I need
everything.
I need another guitar pedal.
You're getting a guitar pedal for your electric uke.
Yeah, I want a looper.
Oh shit. Okay.
Because
right,
I don't know if the audience
yeah.
has cued into this, but the three of us make all of the music that's on our series.
I think it's very obvious that three of us.
I think maybe it might be obvious that one of us does the voiceovers, but this season's music is a step up above the first 3 seasons.
Yeah, I think we got another hit on our hands. Our smash hit, i.e., "Welcome to the GBGBs," has gotten a lot of plays. This new single we put out, I think is pretty choice for Good Boys Gone Band. Cool, a looper pedal, man. That's a good way to annoy your neighbors more efficiently. Because I have a couple loopers myself, and
because I can play one riff incorrectly, and I can just loop it all day. I don't have to stay there. I don't have to stand in one place and play it incorrectly for hours.
Yeah, I do it and leave the room.
Your downstairs neighbor's gonna be hitting your roof, like, it's in 4/4, you fucking moron.
And then I record that and I loop that too, along with in the track. Jace, what do you want for Christmas this year?
For a blanket.
A blanket? A blanket?
Yeah, like an 80-inch by 60-inch blankie that has samurai frogs on it.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay, actually, can I change my answer?
Wait, so 80-inch by 60-inch, how much is that? That's what?
5 feet by about 7 feet?
Yeah.
That's
Just
pretty
about.
cool. Does this blanket, what's the specs on this thing? Weighted, unweighted, heated?
I accidentally clicked on the product page on TikTok once, and then the ad showed up everywhere else in my life. So I finally went to the blankets, and they put it on a dog in one of the TikToks, and the dog seems to like it.
Oh yeah, that's choice.
So I pretty much just got hit by viral marketing, really.
Targeted advertising.
Yeah.
All right, well, listeners, if you guys hear this, send fuck up Jace's mailbox with some blankets.
Huge blanket.
Jace, you gave me a weighted blanket a couple years back around Christmas time, which was really nice. If you guys haven't tried weighted blankets before, it kind of feels like an armor for your anxiety. It's kind of like this like 15-pound thing that just lays on top of you, and it's like, sleep. And I'm like, okay. It feels great. It makes you feel warm and fuzzy. It's not great if you're like two people in the same bed though, because it's like a single blanket. And because it's weighted, it's like a vacuum for blankets. It actually slowly pulls all the sheets and blankets away from Amber and all towards me. And it's like this singularity zone of warmth. And it's so great, guys. So I've encouraged Amber to get her own weighted blanket. That way it can kind of even out.
Yeah, and then eventually just 2 twin beds on opposite sides of the room.
Yeah, with some stuff in between, and then you
would
see
love
each
that.
other every holidays.
I honestly, unironically, like probably will eventually start doing because we are not happy campers in the winter.
How big's your bed?
It's a queen.
You can go separate beds, or you can just go like Wyoming King. And to even touch your partner, you would have to run a mile.
I always wanted that bed from the movie Envy with Jack Black and Ben Stiller. Where he has this bed that's like literally like 20 feet by 30 feet. It's a gigantic, like you walk in the room and it's like all bed, and it's just kind of like a zone you chill in. It just sounds so nice. It'd be a nightmare to clean and like take the sheets and stuff, but like it sounds awesome. Well, this week we're kind of we're looking at the back half of our season 4 holiday horror hotel season. We're doing our first foyer into the Christmas time, winter holiday, winter solstice adjacent holidays with the movie Krampus. We don't have to get into the movie quite yet. I know we like to kind of goof a little bit.
Tease you a little bit.
We kind of.
Just about everybody's first comment when they watch one of these episodes or listen is, "Wow, you guys took a long time to get to the movie."
Hey, listen, we're kind of an atmospheric podcast. We kind of build a mood, and right when you're just like gnawing at the bit just to get to the movie, then we give you the movie.
One more bit.
We do one more unasked for improv bit, and that it's so great. But this movie involves something that's a bit of an anti-Santa Claus. Before we kind of get into it, it's Krampus. I think everyone kind of conceptually knows about it from the trailers. I was wondering if you guys like kind of thought about any other anti-holiday creatures.
Hold on. Do you think that everybody's entire knowledge of Krampus is from the trailers of this movie?
Well, yeah, I didn't know about Krampus before.
That's how he gets
the trailers.
everything.
Okay.
He learns about the news when someone makes a documentary about it and then puts a trailer.
Okay.
On
Let's
Vimeo.
clear that up.
Excuse me for not taking a German folklore class, Jace. Did you know about Krampus before Krampus?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Ryan, you're like isn't Julie's family like Swedish or something?
Man,
you guys
don't even
talked
get me
about that
started.
in the previous Christmas episode we did last year.
Well, they don't even freaking do. Okay, they don't do Santa or anything like that.
Yeah.
They do the Julenissa or something.
Right, our
Don't even
surviving
start.
Christmas episode. Yeah, I remember.
Is it like a year since we recorded that episode?
Oh yeah, it's been...
This is about a year from our first.
We recorded Surviving Christmas just after Christmas time of 2020. But I thought it would be fun to think about other anti-holiday, creatures. Kind of like, it's Marvel heroes. They kind of battle an opposite version of themselves. Krampus v Santa Claus. Is there like a reverse Easter bunny that just shows up and steals all your eggs that you bought?
Yeah, the Easter swan, and it just actually shows up with newborn baby bunnies, and it puts them all around.
It hides bunnies.
It hides newborn baby bunnies in locations in your house.
Is that the opposite of an Easter bunny? Does an Easter bunny take
Would that
bunnies?
be like a prank war, like a long-standing prank war between two like sentient quasi-god creatures? One of them is a rabbit who plants, eggs, and then one of them is a bird who plants baby rabbits.
I think the rabbit's winning because I haven't found a baby rabbit yet. I think the Easter bunny has been a step ahead. You think? What about a leprechaun that wants you to pinch him? Just kind of runs around.
My leprechaun lore is not up to date. I need some help in this category.
If you're wearing green, he wants you to pinch him so bad.
Okay.
Come on, guys, you got anything else? Just think of a holiday. What's another opposite one, guys?
There's only like 3 holidays with
I'm pitching grounders over here, man. I need some assistance.
It's instead of Groundhog Day, it's here we go. It's Sky Horse Day.
Oh, nice. Okay. And then what does he do?
He predicts the next earthquake.
Ooh, Sky Horse Day. That sounds like an actual like Nordic.
Yeah, it's basically like
that's pretty sick.
It's made up like a Roman mythos.
What about a fairy that gives you more teeth?
Ooh.
And
that is.
Well, if my tooth falls out at some point during this episode while I'm talking, don't be alarmed, YouTube watchers. It just might happen. I've got that problem all wrapped up. I could be pulling a fast one on the Tooth Fairy.
Could there be a racket where you just keep getting visited by the more teeth fairy, and she keeps giving you more teeth, and you keep losing more, and the Tooth Fairy then keeps reimbursing you?
But you have to pay for the teeth.
Wait, shit. So hang on. There's no Tooth Day. There's no fucking Tooth Holiday.
Yeah.
I'm fucking this up already. Okay, all right.
There's not many mascots.
Instead of 4th of July, we get we return America to the UK. We return it.
But I think you're thinking this like a little too literally. Like,
okay,
maybe we celebrate.
We celebrate
the colonies starting, and the rule of King George. We would still celebrate them. We wouldn't do it because like on every Independence Day we don't declare independence.
And there's a Sir Sam who shoots explosives into the ground.
Oh,
and calms down your pets.
Oh, that would actually be very helpful.
Anyone got anything? Anyone got anything else?
That's literally all the holidays, dude.
I'm kind of stuck on the holiday needing a figure, like a singular, like Santa Claus like figure to be the opposite
Cupid,
of, because
he makes people hate each other. Anti-Cupid.
Ooh.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Capitalism Day.
Yeah. So it is a fully clothed grown man who is mortal and
it could be like a fourth grader, because like young kids always like point out that, like that one flaw, and you could be like with your friend.
Yeah,
and they'll just like tell you something that's true about the, that just kind of.
Yeah, you shouldn't say that.
Okay, so a kid who ruins marriages is going to be reverse Cupid.
Yeah.
Okay. No, this is good. I think this is
It's actually not bad.
There's got to be one more.
I don't think there are any more, Denali. I think we did a really good job.
We're only touching the top.
You're only touching the top, Ryan. You gotta be a good improv partner, man. You gotta milk it, man. You're just grabbing the teat, and you're not even tugging, dude. Okay. You're just kind of gently squeezing like a bean.
Let's keep this going because I can. Let's keep it going then. If I'm outvoted, go ahead, because I think I can throw this back in your face. It's really quick.
Yeah.
If I learn anything, it's that in the past 2 years, every day is actually some stupid holiday. So I know there was like National Beer Day, like 2 months ago. It was probably 3 weeks ago. It was National I Have a Sunday. So
Father's Day.
Well, okay, New Year's has a symbol, doesn't it? Like New Year's, it's like a baby, isn't it? Isn't it like a newborn baby again? Is there two?
I thought it was the funny glasses where the eyes are the O's.
Ooh. And then they never stopped, even though we're like 2 decades removed from the O glasses. Yeah, I think there's 2 baby symbols. There's like a baby in January, another baby in fucking February, and then there's a leprechaun who's like kind of
They're slowly getting taller.
They're slow.
So, are we satisfied?
I think we killed the horse and then we continued.
Beat it to death, and now there's 15 seconds of dead air between every suggestion.
I think
He's not satisfied.
June 27th is Sunglasses Day, so we can have have Stare into the Sun and Go Blind Day.
Yeah, Stare into the Sun and Go Blind Day. That's good. Opposite of April Fool's Day. Just do serious things to the people you prank.
Tell terrible truths to everyone you know.
That's
there we
the
go.
same thing as the Valentine's Day one.
Yeah, shit.
I
like
Earth
this
Day,
better when
Mars
it was
Day.
Santa and Krampus and
Yeah.
I just thought we'd be able to pitch a good movie here, guys. It was just one grounder off another. It's like we're bowling over here.
it's just the child that breaks up marriages.
That's decent. We can work with it.
What? So like every other child who's ever existed?
Yes.
All right. Did you?
Okay. I told you guys
Okay,
in text chat that I have a bit.
Okay. All right. Ryan, take her away if you got something for
Yeah,
us.
I got something to do.
You got Ryan's bits. Okay.
Okay, yeah. And I know what? I know you guys love them.
Okay.
Because over the past 4 seasons, the
Oh my God.
GBGBs have witnessed some of the most daring, heroic, and villainous characters in movie history. Over 300 actors have graced our screens and competed in our movie rankings. We've invited 20 of them to play one more time. But to win this game, you
Oh
must
my God.
survive the island, survive the vote, and ultimately survive each other. It is still the ultimate challenge. Strangers forced to work together while battling the elements and each other. They must learn to adapt, or their fellow tribemates will vote them off the island. In the end, only one will remain and claim the $1 million prize. 39 days, 10 heroes, 10 villains, and only one survivor.
Oh my God, Ryan! I didn't know we were doing a Survivor Redux. Oh my God!
Yes, thank you.
Holy shit! I wasn't prepared. And you know, Ryan, I actually had a Survivor bit too planned, and I didn't do it just randomly today.
Okay.
So what's the theme? You said heroes versus villains?
Heroes versus villains. You guys, I was randomly counting. Okay, I was kind of counting the number of dogs that we had featured on this series, but we doubled up on Airbud, and we doubled up on Scooby-Doo.
True.
And then so far, I noticed that there's a couple villains also from the dog movies, and it just so turns out those numbers are almost exactly equal if we count dogs versus villains. So I have to share with you guys what we're going to call Survivor Dog Heroes versus Actual Villains.
Oh.
Coming to ABC. Wait, what's Survivor on?
CBS.
CBS.
All right, are we screen sharing, Ryan? Oh yes. Wait, so Ryan, wait, so these are all dogs, and you know
Okay,
we'll
let
throw
me go through the cast.
Okay.
'Cause you've noticed something. So let me point something out for our audio listeners. The numbers don't exactly add up. So we have 10 contestants. I'm not gonna say people. We have 10 contestants on the Heroes tribe, and we have 10 contestants on the Villains tribe. First on the Heroes tribe, leading the pack is Air Bud.
Woof, woof.
Second, Charlie B. Barkin. That is from All Dogs Go to Heaven. Then we have Clifford, the big red dog. And then we have Demon, the lead pack dog from Snow Dogs. And then we have the old timer, the cantankerous retiree, Old Yeller.
Let's go.
We have the Scoob, the Doob.
Ruby.
And now we have Spite, who is the dog from Trick or Treat.
Wow. Okay.
And then
I remember that. Okay.
you might have noticed this next one. We have TJ from My Bloody Valentine, who is our only human contestant on the Heroes.
Seems a bit
And
unbalanced.
then we have Winky from Best in Show, the little Norwich Terrier, and Zowie, the demon, like literal demon dog from Pet Cemetery 2.
Okay. Yeah.
TJ, my favorite thing in the world is like imagining a Survivor intro where like they're flying the contestants in or they're on boats, and they're like, and Jeff Probst is there and he's like, yeah, we got 20 survivors, yada yada yada, and then they pan to one boat and it's 9 dogs and a guy. You gotta be thinking like what's going through that guy's head. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? They better not all be on my team.
Super excited to be here. Obviously wasn't expecting to be on the all dogs team. I'm hoping I can leverage my advantages as a human to stay in this game. I'm going to have to convince these dogs to vote one of their own out.
Scooby-Doo's pretty hot. I think we might team up later.
And then we get to the villains. Okay, first off, controversial take right here. I'm going to have to defend. Arliss Coates
Is a villain.
Come on, man.
Is a villain.
The little brother
Arliss is a little
from-
piece of shit.
He's the little brother from Old Yeller. He kind of instigates all the bad things that happen in that movie.
Yep.
Then we have Ben Willis, aka the Fisherman, aka the bad dude from I Still Know What You Did That Summer. And then Gus Gilbert, who is the stepfather figure in Pet Sematary 2. He's a zombie also. We have Harry Warden, the pickaxe killer from the My Bloody Valentine movie.
How is he a villain?
What?
And then we have Jonathan Jacobo, the actual bad guy in Scooby-Doo 2.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. We have Krampus, an actual demon. We have
Spoilers.
Michael Myers from Halloween. Norm Snively, that's the bad clown from Air Bud.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Sam, we have Sam from Trick or Treat and Turkey from Thanksgiving.
I think Turkey spelled Turkie. I think
I was gonna do that, but I was saying
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Wow, okay. Wait a.
So what I have planned is it's not going to be as long as last time. Of course, we made a mistake in making that too long. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a draft here. The contestants, there's 20 of them. They're going to be broken down into groups of 5. We're each going to draft 5 of them, and then 5 are going to be left over, and we're basically saying these people are not going to win. I will tell you right off the bat, I've ran the simulation multiple times.
Okay.
Krampus is a god among men and dogs.
That
That's not surprising.
totally
Okay.
fair.
Krampus and Clifford run the shit.
That is close to what I would expect. Okay.
But
Yeah.
so I'm letting you know that. I will let you guys look at the stats off air. I think just to kind of so drafting is kind of fair. How about since Denali has the burdensome task of editing this, we'll let him have first pick.
Ooh.
And we'll do a snake draft. How about that? So Denali goes, Jace goes, I go.
Okay.
And then we reverse. You go, Jace go, Denali goes. And then we'll do that 5 times. Okay.
Okay, Ryan, you might need to hold my hand through this a little bit because I don't understand drafts. But am I just picking who I want on my team? Is that what's happening?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you guys see the stats?
Yes. All right. So, Ryan, you've painstakingly listed out a stat blocks for each of these dogs, and each of these villains. Very nice.
So, I will have you notice that TJ is average on everything.
That's fair. He's an everyman.
The dogs have a serious under advantage on mental challenges because sometimes those are quizzes and they don't have any knowledge of the real world.
Yeah, none.
I know you're not going to change these, but Ryan, 1 on a mental for Airbud. Okay, this dude knows basketball. He knows an actual game. He knows how it's played.
No,
Yeah, but
he
what
does
if you
not.
ask him,
He
what's the
boops the
capital
ball
of
into the hoop.
Mongolia?
That's not even a rule that you have to abide by in basketball. That's just how you win. He doesn't know what double dribbling or out
He
of
doesn't
bounds
even
are.
know he's playing basketball.
Okay, just briefly, I don't want to belabor this, but there's 5 movies. Have they ever once stopped the game and they're like, oh, hold on, that dog's is breaking the rules? He has never broken a rule.
Dude, that's...
There's about a
that's
2-minute cut of each one of the sports in each one of the movies. You don't know that he didn't do that.
Dude, take it up with the 5 movies that came after his movies where there's sentient dogs who know how to speak English and no trivia.
Ooh.
All right, okay. It was yeah.
Strong counterpoint.
Also, notice I gave Demon a 2
Oh,
because I feel like he has some form of sentience.
That fucking guy, Demon.
Yeah, he winks the camera.
he's in the dream and he's like, "Hey, buddy."
So
You
I just
know,
want to point some things out, right? Okay, Clifford is going to dominate in challenges for the dogs. Clifford and Demon, I think, and Airbud are going to do really well. Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, terrible. Charlie B. Barkin is okay across the board. I want to come over to the temperament category here.
Yeah.
For all of them. So look down below. Their social skills and temperament are very poor for the villains. Really,
I'm seeing
really
a lot
low
of
scores.
easily angered, extreme rage.
Yeah, I gave Zowie an extreme rage because I just wanted one,
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Okay,
Michael
then-
Myers always calm.
Oh yeah, I mean, me and Julie had a debate about this. This actually took the longest score to come up with Michael Myers' temperament because he's not killing people out of rage. He's just killing people because he just wants to kill people. And,
Okay,
like,
that's
he'll
agreed.
stab motherfuckers like crazy, but he's not running unless he's getting in his car and driving away.
Okay, okay.
If we go down to these bottom ones, strategic ability, I think once again the dogs are going to have a really hard time putting together a 39-day long game plan.
Yeah.
They're gonna start eating a lot of different random things on day like 8.
Yeah.
Maybe even the other contestants.
But compare the loyalty levels.
Oh.
See this? This could throw it around. So these are kind of a yin-yang situation.
Okay, all these dudes are pretty much ride or die besides Charlie and Demon. I think that's fair. Yeah.
I would the only one block that I would have there is maybe not even need to be said. Krampus as a backstabber. He's like Krampus. No. He's like he's definitely lawful evil for sure. Like
yeah, he obeys law. Like there's rules and shit that he follows.
Right.
But yeah, he probably
I was thinking like the end of the movie when he's like he literally picks the kid up by the skull and tosses him in the hole anyways, even though he said like he would basically like leave him for a messenger.
Spoilers.
Yeah, hey, I was asleep during that scene. You ruined it for me.
So I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna go back to and let's do a little bit of a draft. So Denali, have you thought about who you would like as your first pick? Eventually, Denali, you're gonna be able to pick 2 people at a time.
Okay.
But right now, Jason's gonna pick 1 person at a time, but he'll pick twice as often as we do.
So I'm picking who I want on my team, right? Like this is Team Denali.
Yes.
And I can pick out of heroes or villains.
Yes.
Oh, baby. This is going to be an easy air bud for me. Come on over.
Okay.
Come on, AB.
Jace?
I went Gus Gilbert.
What?
That's your first?
Wait, am I picking from either team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking Krampus. You guys see how many... I showed you the stats page, and I told you that he wins almost every time.
Brian, you're doing, like, insider trading for this, like, draft, I feel.
Okay, honestly, I do get to go next. I'm throwing a bone to my boy, Demon.
Oh, are these off the board? We're doing like a legitimate draft. Like I can't pick your. Okay. I'm going Clifford.
Nally?
Fuck.
You get to pick 2.
Oh, 2? Oh shit. Okay. Old Yeller. Boom. And then I'm gonna dip into the dark side a little bit, and I'm gonna grab my boy Harry Warden. I think he's gonna be a challenge beast because he works the mines. Like he probably has good dexterity and strength.
I did tell you that TJ was average on everything. He's literally like TJ's best friend.
Well, he's like the dark side of TJ. I like Harry Warden.
Okay, whatever. Jace.
Scooby Dooby Doo will fuck up you and win me this draft.
I'm gonna go with Jonathan Jacobo.
Interesting.
Smart dude. Literally found out how to remake monsters.
He's good at puzzles. And then I'm going to pick. This is actually it gets hard. I think I'm going to pick Turkey.
Okay. Good endurance, that guy.
Jace?
We're going with Samhain holiday spirit, Sam.
Great
pronunciation. Now you get to
Jace.
pick 2, and these are your last 2.
Oh fuck. Okay. Ryan, you picked my Turkey pick. I don't like him, but I think he's gonna be great for like this social game. So I want to replace someone who'd have a just as good social game, I think. So I'm gonna grab Charlie B. Barkin if it hasn't been taken already.
It's not been taken.
Okay. And then I'm gonna grab another challenge beast, I think, with one of my favorite actors, Mike Myers.
Jace, your last pick.
I don't know who's on the board. Did somebody take Arliss already?
Arliss has not been taken. Ben and Norm Snively have not been taken off the villains. In the heroes, we have Winky, Zowie, TJ, Spite, and that's it.
I'll go with Arliss. Little devil.
And honestly, I'm going to round off my team with TJ.
TJ Maxx.
I considered Winky, but
it's a shit pick, so.
Yeah, everybody knows that. I'd punt that dog.
Have you seen his stats? It's like once in everything.
You came at me with my Winky stat block for our GBGB's dog show.
I know, that's where I got them.
I saw you plagiarized my dog stats.
Okay. How I'm gonna do it this time is almost the same, but I'm gonna pick every now and then we'll click on the status of a tribe maybe. But we're gonna do immunity challenges, reward challenges, and tribal councils.
Okay, cool. This is gonna be like our faster edit now that we kind of know.
Yeah, we kind of know what's going on.
We kind of know. And this, by the way, folks, this is Survivor, the game show, the reality show on CBS. Check it out sometime. It's we've done a previous Survivor challenge like this in our Dark Tower Matthew McConaughey season. If you want a little more detailed way of doing this, check it out there. But otherwise, stick around.
And we should point out that was the last straw before we lost our minds.
Yeah,
we did lose our fucking minds.
It was a tough day.
This podcast is kind of broken into a pre-Dark Tower and post-Dark Tower eras.
I am loving the post-Dark Tower era. I think we were all buttoned up before that. We were just kind of like bright-eyed getting into the podcast game. And then after our spirits were just annihilated, we have reshaped ourselves.
I miss actors so bad, dude.
Yeah, I know. I want to give a shout out to Brant Steele and BrantSteele.com, BrantSteele.net. That's where these Survivor simulators that I'm using are hosted. I didn't come up with this. You can put in whatever you want. You can put in your group of friends. You can put in your favorite movie characters, and you can edit their stats and do your own Survivor season.
But don't put it in your podcast, because that's what we do.
Well, all right, folks. I'm going to go hit simulate, and we're going to get episode 1 underway. Now, the first thing is an opening twist. Do one of you want to read the opening twist?
Jace, read it.
It's a paragraph.
All right.
I think it's kind of long, but then at the end, it's going to tell us one player who found a legacy advantage. And what the legacy advantage does is at its almost the end of the season, well, in this almost at the end of the simulation, the legacy advantage will provide immunity to one player at Tribal Council, which is, if you don't watch Survivor, that's where our players, our castmates, whatever, get voted off the island. So if you have immunity, then that means you either, in the first part of the game, you don't go to Tribal Council at all. You stay on the beach and drink coconut, or you can't get voted out. So you want to win challenges to win immunities. So
if a dog gets this, he's not going to understand what it is.
That's part of the problem. And then you have to convince the dog to give it to you.
Should be easy.
Oh, give me the toy. I'll throw it for you. Supplies are scattered across the beach. Tribes are permitted 2 minutes to gather as much as they can. Michael Myers found the legacy advantage. This can be used when 6 castaways are remaining. If the holder is voted out, they must will the advantage to another player.
All right. This is a good for, let's crack open the notes. Denali, Michael Myers is on your team.
That's right. Let's go, Big Mike.
Let's just hope if he gets voted out, he wills it to one of your teammates and not one of ours.
Ooh.
And remember, there's 5 players that didn't get picked too, so there's a unknown team out there.
I think Mikey's got this. He's pretty observant. He taught himself how to drive despite not being out of an insane asylum for 20 years.
So let's go straight into the immunity challenge. Janelle, do you want to read this one?
Okay, let's go.
You don't have to read.
I was gonna say this is pretty long, because I don't think we don't need to paint a picture for our audience of describing the whole obstacle course they're gonna do.
Right. You can say.
I'll skim it. I could skim it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the castaways must race under an obstacle and to retrieve a war club. After completing the obstacle, they will have to maneuver through a rope tunnel, yada, 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 shortcuts, walking over a balance beam, another shortcut, a bunch of puzzles, basically a big-ass obstacle course. And then once they reach the end, 2 members from each tribe will have a puzzle in typical Survivor fashion. And then if anyone takes a shortcut, basically they get more puzzle pieces added to their puzzle. First tribe to finish wins. Basically, it's a long, convoluted race. For wins gets immunity.
Yeah, that's absolutely accurate. So the villains team wins immunity.
Oh, damn.
And they also win Flint, so they're going to have fire. The dogs are sitting in the rain. And poor TJ. They're sitting in the rain with no fire.
That is the saddest image.
That wouldn't be too bad, especially if they're all like, you have Clifford there. He's your entire structure, you know? You just like...
That's a good point.
They could make a big old hog pile with all the dogs.
So that means that in the very first episode, it's the heroes, the dog heroes and TJ, that are going to tribal council. Now let's see what happens. No one found the hidden immunity idols. So sometimes on the beach in this series, there are like hidden immunity idols that you can find laying around. And if you find one, you get to choose when to use it. Nobody uses one. The first vote, and once again, if you get a vote, it's bad. You don't want to have the most votes because that means you have to leave the island and leave the show, and you don't get a million Scooby snacks. The first vote, Zowie. Ooh, that's one vote, Zowie.
Okay, I'm feeling good about TJ.
Bad news. Second vote is Spite.
Yep. No screen
Third
time.
vote, Scooby-Doo.
No.
Wow,
These dogs
this is weird.
don't know what they're doing. These dogs are just all over the place. I don't think they even know what they're voting for.
Scooby-Doo
And
can
then
talk.
Scooby-Doo.
No.
Zowie. Okay, so we have 2 votes Scooby-Doo, 2 votes Zowie, 1 vote Spite.
Okay.
Another vote Spite.
Oh.
So let's take stock. We have 3 alliances on the dog tribe, which is very surprising.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they would have instantly vote TJ off the island. The next vote is also Spite.
Okay, feeling safe.
And then Zowie.
Oh.
And then Scooby-Doo.
No.
Oh my gosh. It's 3 to 3 to 3, and we have 1 vote remaining. And the person/dog voted off the island is Scooby-Doo.
Damn, that's a power hitter right there, leaving really early.
Holy shit, Scooby-Dooby didn't make it very far.
Ow. Crossing
Sorry,
that one
Jace.
out. All right, so second episode. Let's just go right to the Minion challenge.
Let's do it.
So this challenge, everybody swims out to a web. You have to dive and find keys and things like this, and you have to
This is a
get
good dog
hoops.
challenge.
Yeah, you have to throw hoops onto like a target, and it looks like the heroes won. The heroes,
Yes.
Oh.
the dogs that already voted off probably the second smartest dog on the team.
Yeah, Krampus can't
Not
swim.
even close. Yeah.
Clifford just walks out there and grabs them all. All right. So let's send the villains to tribal council. Ooh, this is gonna be crazy, you guys. These are all serial killers and a small child from Texas.
I hope they
Arliss is
vote
a
him off
sleeper.
instead of killing him.
Okay, here we go. Look at this. Michael Myers has a legacy advantage, yes, but Sam has found the hidden immunity idol.
Let's go, Sam.
Whoa.
No.
This is weird, you guys. Sam used his hidden immunity idol in the second episode on
Fuck
Norm Snively, the clown from Airbud.
He's chaotic evil, dude.
Yeah, that's on
Forget
par. Yeah, he might just hand it to him. Sam probably didn't know what it was.
Any votes cast against Norm will not count. So what happens here is now we have a chance of this is our first alliance on the villains tribe. This is rare for someone to be playing on someone else. So let's see how the votes came out. First vote, Arliss. Second vote, Gus Gilbert.
No!
Third vote, Arliss.
No!
Then Arliss.
Rip
Then
Jace.
Arliss. Wow. Looks like not a smart play by Jace's tribe.
Did they send him home or did they kill him? You think?
I
I
think
on this tribe.
What happens
no,
in
they
this?
no. Arliss is fine. No one's getting coconutted. This is a syndicated national TV show.
And Sam gave up his immunity idol for a dumb clown who did not need it. Oof.
My picks are doing pretty good.
Yikes.
Yeah, Jace only has 3 players remaining.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the immunity challenge. Jace, you want to read this one?
Tribes will carry heavy bags containing coconuts and sandbags through an obstacle course. Then they have to go over a balance beam. Once everyone's across, they separate them, and then they do a block puzzle. 2 other tribe members reassemble the dismantled puzzle. First tribe to win wins.
This has got to be a villains challenge. You know, there's more humans. There's
Does
no way
not
dogs
look
can-
like it, Denali. I'm sorry to announce the heroes have won immunity.
You're thinking about it too one-dimensionally. The dogs are so good at carrying coconuts and sandbags that they just have that extra 5 minutes in the puzzle.
Also, Clifford is as big as a house.
Keep forgetting Clifford completely breaking this game.
and one of them can play basketball, and 5 of them are just normal dogs, and we have 1 dude.
The guy has hands. That's a huge advantage.
Not against 8 people with 9 people with hands.
Let's send the serial killers to
One has
Tribal
a-
Council.
You love to see the villains just kind of tear each other apart at Tribal Council.
Absolutely.
You really see where the cracks are.
Well, it looks like in the last episode, production hid another immunity idol, and Gus Gilbert found it. So that's good news for TJ's.
He likes unburying things.
Don't
so
fucking
makes
give it
sense.
away.
Nobody uses it. First vote is Turkey. Oof. Second vote, Ben Willis, the fisherman. Ben. Another vote for Ben Willis.
Bye, Ben.
4 votes for Ben. Another vote for Turkey. Another vote for Turkey.
Uh-oh.
Another vote for Turkey.
4 to 4.
Uh-oh.
Tiebreaker.
Whoa, Turkey has been voted out.
Yeah, I thought you'd have a social game.
I thought so too. That's why I picked him. Dang. Okay, Denali, you're in the lead. We have a
Hell
reward
yeah.
challenge. Let's check up in on. And it looks like the heroes have won an award challenge. They
With
win
meats.
they won a grill with meats, vegetables, and spices.
Oh, wonder who's gonna be grilling.
Nobody.
Winky.
TJ would just be eating the vegetables. The dogs would go buck wild on that meat.
Just eating all the raw meat.
Yeah.
And in an immunity challenge that is not described,
Angry
it looks
chair.
like the heroes, guys, the heroes once again have defeated the odds and have won an immunity challenge against a team that includes a literal demon.
That's because there is a 10-story tall dog. So, like, if they're like, oh, lift these weights up, this dog is probably just annihilating these things.
Oh,
Wow.
I know why they won. Angry
Why?
chair. The teams race to the chair. Somebody sits in it, and then they pick up the chair to grab some bags. So again,
Oh, you're
Clifford
right.
with a size advantage is just dominating
easy.
this playfield. Also, the entire island, upon it reaching episode 4, is covered with dog shit.
Yeah, no, TJ's trying to pick it up, but he's just...
That's why they keep him around.
Okay, we're sending the villain, the serial killers, to Tribal Council. And it looks like nobody uses their idols. The first vote is Sam.
Eh.
Second vote is Norm Snively. Wow, the alliance is getting broken up. And then Sam.
Ugh.
And then Norm Snively.
It's like watching a divorce, man. Fuck.
Yeah. And then Sam. And then Sam.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Norm.
And then Sam.
And then Norm.
Please,
I'm a mess right now.
Guys, it's a tie.
OC tie. Oh.
So we have to re-vote. Okay. First vote is Sam. Then Norm. Then Sam. Then Norm. Then Norm. Then Norm is voted out. Oof.
GTFO, Norm.
Jace,
My
you were
team is a
hanging on by
little safe.
thread.
Yep.
All right. Let's go into the next episode. Uh-oh, we have a twist. As a part of a twist, new tribes are randomly assigned.
No.
Sorry. There will
What a
be
crock
3
of
tribes.
shit, Jeff.
The members of the 3rd tribe will have to start from scratch. Let's hope it's not just a bunch of dogs, because they will starve to death.
Jeff, god damn it.
Okay, the tribes. We have tribe heroes, which is Airbud, Charlie B. Barkin, Clifford,
Oh.
Krampus, and Michael Myers.
That team is too strong.
That team
What
is
the
stacked a fuck. There's gonna be a team that's just dogs. Okay, then we have Ben Willis, Demon, Old Yeller, Sam, and Winky.
Oof.
And then now the extra tribe is Gus Gilbert, Harry Warden, Jonathan Jacobo, Spike, TJ, and Zowie. Hey, at least TJ gets another normal human to hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
And once again,
How to
we just
interact.
have like random, I don't know. It's anybody's game at this point, don't you think?
I think Heroes has fucking got this on lock, dude. These other 2 tribes are gonna get annihilated.
Well, you're right, because in the next challenge, it's a diving challenge. They have to go down and swim to buoys, and each one is deeper than the one before it. And the villains and the heroes win. The extra tribe did not win. So we're gonna go all the way to Tribal Council. But actually, let's throw a curveball. I'm gonna check on the status of this tribe.
Okay, so this is the
So-
extra tribe.
Yeah, so let's look at the status of this tribe. So it looks like right now Gus has his idol. TJ has found an idol,
Oh,
but Gus Gilbert has a major mental breakdown.
God.
yeah, big surprise.
And he fights with Spite the dog.
No.
Yeah, Spite obviously
He's a-
caused it.
But there's something else interesting happening on this episode. This is going to be a great TV episode, by the way. This would be like the highest rated episode ever.
Oh, hell yeah.
Harry, Warden, and TJ, the two characters from My Bloody Valentine, who have been on opposite sides of the aisle, looks like they've bonded. Wow. Let's send them to tribal council.
That's interesting. I wouldn't think.
Oh!
No!
What the fuck?
Look at this. Oh my, we've received an announcement that Airbud has been tragically medically evac'd from the game due to an injury. As such, tribal council tonight has been canceled, and Mish will not be voting a player off.
What the fuck, dude? My first elimination, but no!
Like when Boston Scott or whatever his name is sitting on that tree crying like, I love the game too much, Jeff. I love it too much to quit.
Damn it, bud. Why'd you push yourself so much?
We can only assume he was stabbed by Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Is this the 6th Airbud where instead of playing a sport, he decides just enlist in a reality show?
That would be amazing, you guys.
That'd be a pretty good movie.
Let's see if they can hold it up, though. He might have been the weak link in that team. They still win.
Oh, I wonder why. Is it the 100-foot tall dog?
And the literal demon. They finished a puzzle. They were blindfolded, and they finished the puzzle faster than everybody else, you guys. They won a reward. They won baked goods, iced tea, and milk.
Wow.
But another team won chocolate chip cookies. So it's the same team, lost again. Let's go to the immunity challenge. And the heroes, we're sending the same team back to tribal council. Let's do it. So TJ has found an additional immunity idol. So TJ actually has 2 immunity idols right now. Wow.
Damn.
It's time to vote. Gus Gilbert stands up and says, I'm using my hidden immunity idol.
Smart.
Shit.
Smart. He was getting the
He
votes.
uses it against himself. I'll read the votes. First vote, Gus Gilbert does not count.
Smart.
Second vote, Gus Gilbert does not count. Third vote, Gus Gilbert does not count. Fourth vote, Gus Gilbert does not count.
He smelled
Fifth
something.
vote, Zowie. What?
How
Okay.
ironic.
Gus Gilbert.
That's hilarious.
Gus
They're from
didn't
the same
vote
movie.
for spite.
Probably political, Jace. He probably wanted to.
Wow. That's pretty crazy, you guys. Zowie is voted out in a tragic turn.
you, Zowie buddy.
Well, maybe they got stronger by elimination. You never know.
Are we just slowly watching Clifford just annihilate people in strength challenges?
Yes, because we're going to episode 7, and they win the next challenge. They place first place, and they win a visit from a chef. And again, the mostly dog team wins a reward. They win kebabs.
Not bad.
And, okay, we're going to do an immunity challenge. And once again, Clifford, Krampus, Michael Myers, and Charlie B. Barkin have won handedly.
Yeah.
But we're sending a different tribe to tribal council. Let's do this. Eventually, I'm just going to skip to the merge, and then we're just going to go from there, because this is taking a while.
Whittle them down.
So, Demon has the hidden immunity idol, and he uses it against himself. The Demon can't go home tonight.
How did he know to do that?
First vote, Demon. I don't know, but he was onto something. He's a dog, and he knows what he's doing. Second vote, Demon. Third vote, Winky.
Oh, shit.
Wow, huge competitor
Yeah, get
right
Winky
here.
out here.
Yeah,
Winky's
get him out right now before the merge, because if he gets through the merge...
Winky's like Spencer.
He's just getting shafted left and right, dude. He's just trying his best.
Yeah, poor Winky. That's 2 votes. Oof, he's out of here.
Demon's still on vacation.
We're going to go to the merge episode, all right?
Who got kicked out? Sorry, it was Winky.
Winky.
Yeah.
We already forgot about Winky. This is what happens every time we talk about it.
Okay, so I'm going to recap the players who have made it to the merge. Are Ben Willis, Charlie B. Barkin, Clifford, Demon, Gus Gilbert, Harry Warden, Jonathan Jacobo, Krampus, Old Yeller, Sam, Spite, and TJ.
Okay, I want Old Yeller to go the distance out of all of these. Second pick, Harry Warden.
Because it looks like Charlie B. Barkin and Mike Myers are both eliminated. Finale. So you have Old Yeller and Harry Warden.
Oh, is that my only 2 left?
Yes.
Oof.
Oh, well, that's my picks anyways. So, okay.
We're going to go.
Spoilers.
No! Why, God?
So, spoilers, but we have our first individual immunity challenge, and Old Yeller
Let's
wins
go.
immunity.
Old Yeller.
And
We're
old
going to
yellow
go to Tribal
dog.
Council. Looks like TJ has 3 immunity necklaces.
That's insane.
Jesus.
First vote
He's
is
a miner,
Demon.
dude. He's mining for him.
Got a couple votes for Gus Gilbert. Another one for Demon. Another one for Demon. 2 more votes for Gus Gilbert. 5 votes Gus Gilbert and 3 votes Demon. And the 8th person voted out of Heroes versus Villains is Gus Gilbert.
Oh, I'm just fucking with you, Gus.
Wow, this is nuts. I'm really happy with how this is going. But Jace,
I'm down
My
to
team's looking
2,
good.
I think. Clifford and
yeah,
Sam.
I'm rocking it. Everybody but Turkey's here. Then, and the next challenge, Demon wins immunity.
Yeah.
Wow. Demon. Let's see who gets voted out. Whoa, we're getting some votes for Krampus.
Ben and Krampus.
First
Oh!
votes. Shit.
The 9th person voted out of Heroes versus Villains, and the 3rd member of our jury is Ben Willis, the fisherman.
Krampus has a target on his back.
Yeah, that's not a
Oof.
good sign. He's going to start trying.
Okay. I saw that coming.
And in the next challenge, Harry Warden wins immunity.
Let's
Wow.
go, Harry.
Let's see what happens at this tribal council. It only will be very suspenseful.
Harry stole my heart.
Okay, we got to vote for Demon, Krampus, Demon.
Oh.
10th person voted out of Heroes versus Villains. And 4th member of the jury is Demon.
He was too dangerous, man. I'm glad to see him go.
Wow, that's another one for Team Ryan.
An
Gone.
actual, I mean, you know, sorry, Airbud. Demon is an actual athlete, you know.
Because
Right.
he plays the dog sport, an actual dog.
He plays an actual dog sport. He's a dog athlete.
Well, Airbud, is a crossover sport athlete,
Right.
But
Interesting thing. Krampus wins a reward challenge and he shares it with Jonathan Jacobo, TJ, and Charlie B. Barkin.
Okay.
what's the reward?
A barbecue at camp with a loved one.
Oh,
Who does he
that's
love?
one of probably loves at least one of those elves.
I think it's the weird, Jack in the Box guy. Anyways, and Sam from Trick or Treat wins immunity. Wow.
Wait.
Crazy.
I want to read that one. The castaways will each have 2 handles that they will use to keep tension on a steel bar. If at any point they release the tension, the bar will drop and break a tile below them, which puts them out of the challenge. The last person left standing wins.
Sam. Going to Tribal Council. TJ, you might want to start using those things because there's only like 2 episodes left. Nobody stands up, though. I don't know what this guy's doing.
He thinks he's safe because Krampus took him to eat din din with his loved one.
That's a good point. Harry Warden, then Krampus, then Krampus, then Krampus, then Harry Warden, then Harry Warden.
Oh,
we're
3-3.
between Harry Warden and Krampus,
Come
and
on.
then a vote for Krampus.
Oh, thank God.
Wow. 11th person voted out of Heroes versus Villains is Krampus.
More like Krampus.
Honestly, you guys, I picked Krampus first because he's won literally every single simulation that I've ran so far.
Uncharted territory.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's hard for him to get jury votes.
Yeah, he probably burned some bridges on the way up.
Okay, and once again, Sam wins immunity in the next episode. Wow, we're going. This is crazy. Let's do it. Tribal Council, TJ. Let's use those things.
He uses
And
it. Okay, he does.
Okay.
He stands up.
Wow, Old Yeller and Harry Warden taking votes. 2 votes for Old Yeller, 2 votes for Harry Warden.
Are you fucking serious? You're gonna make me do this?
Then Harry Warden.
Oh,
Sorry, Denali, someone's going home. Then Old Yeller, 3-3. And then Harry Warden, 4-3.
Hate this.
And then Old Yeller. The final count was 4 Harry Warden and 4 Old Yeller. So we're going to go to a revote. And the winner of the revote is not Old Yeller. Old Yeller, the tribe has spoken.
Wait, so all the others out?
Old Yeller's out.
Right.
You said the winner is not him. So okay. So all I have left is my boy Harry, the heart stealer himself.
Yes, you picked a serial killer and you picked 2 serial killers and 3 dogs. Jace was a little bit different. He picked 1 little boy, 1 adult.
He's a villain.
Killer.
Okay. We don't know what he did as an adult.
That's fair. I picked a couple of different, like gods. Turkey, who lived for like 500 years.
Where are they now, Ryan?
That's true. Okay, let's go to. Okay, what's going on?
Let's
Sam,
go. He's the fucking. Oh, what's no, I don't remember his name. Who's the guy that
Pinball
catches
wizard.
seabirds?
Ozzy.
Yeah, this dude's Sam's Aussie.
Let's go to Tribal Council.
Sam has an OnlyFans.
Only Sam's.
TJ uses a hidden immunity idol.
Smart.
Jacobo, then a vote for Spite, then Spite. Wait, Spite is still in the game?
Yeah, Spite is like Sandra.
I've honestly been not looking at Spite. It's just a dog. Okay, 2 votes for Spite, 1 for Jacobo, and a vote for Jacobo, and then for Spite, and then for Jacobo.
3 and 3.
There's only 1 vote left. And it's for Jacobo.
Bye.
Spite wins. Okay, this is gonna be good. Sam wins immunity again for the 4th time in a row. This is crazy stuff, you guys. And they're gonna vote out. TJ uses his necklace.
Smart.
Finally.
And they vote out Spite.
Oh man, Harry was on the block.
Oof.
All right.
And then for the next immunity challenge, the winner is Clifford.
How is he? Wait, how is he not won the last like 20?
He's kind of been under the radar, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess some of the challenges are kind of like dexterous, like build blocks with your feet and like, you know, do a puzzle.
And he just crushes them.
Sam uses his hidden immunity idol.
I'm taking 2 to the finale, baby.
Sam, Harry Warden, TJ.
No. Oh.
So what happened here was there was 3 votes cast against Sam, but they don't count because he uses his hidden immunity idol. And the votes were split between Harry Warden and TJ, which are actually mine and Allie's 2 remaining characters.
Okay.
So we're gonna revote.
Harry.
And so
much like the end of MBV.
The next person voted out of Dogs versus Serial Killers is Harry Warden.
No, man. Fuck. Shit.
Bye.
Just like the end of My Bloody Valentine, man. They squared off.
Sorry.
Warden took the L.
So we have 1 more immunity challenge.
Oh, man.
And that will decide who goes to the final 3.
Oh, man.
And then when we get to the final 3, we have what is called a jury. So the last like 7 or 8 people who've gotten voted off have been sticking around and kind of watching this stuff. And they will then vote on who they think should win. And the person with the most votes in the last part of the whole series, the person with the most votes doesn't lose, they win. So this is going to be 1 more challenge, and 1 more person's going to be voted off.
Yeah. Yeah. Come
and
on, yes!
Sam wins the challenge.
Wow.
Let's go to Tribal Council. First vote, Charlie B. Barkin. Wait, I thought Charlie B. Barkin was gone.
No, he's been hanging in.
Oh, Denali, never mind. You still got...
Is he on my team? He is on my team.
He's on your team.
Shit, I even forgot that. Charlie, I'm sorry, dog.
Okay,
Charlie.
So we have 1 vote for Charlie.
Don't snatch this away from me.
1 vote for Clifford.
No.
Then a vote for TJ. We're splitting them here.
Holy shit.
Okay, there's 1 vote. Sam can't get voted. So 1 more vote, and the person who goes home is Clifford.
Oh.
We ended in a 3. We're going to the finale in a 3-way tie.
Because we each have 1 person.
We each have 1 person left in the game.
Oh my gosh. This is the ideal. This is the ideal scenario.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
So,
okay.
Representing Team Denali, we have Charlie B. Barkin.
Woof woof.
Representing
Last dog.
Team Jace, we have Sam from Trick or Treat. Representing Team Road, we have TJ, the human from the dog team from My Bloody Valentine. The jury has our familiar faces, who are probably very rational, such as Krampus and Michael Myers.
Lots of dogs there.
There are 3 actual dogs who
There's 4 dogs.
Well, Clifford's not really like an actual dog.
What is it? He's not a person. He's literally a dog.
He has like sentience, right? And he can talk.
I think Clifford's going to be
but
sympathetic
never
to
to
dogs.
Emily.
I guess that's a good point.
Using
that. All right. The finalists wait for the winner to be revealed. Remember, you want votes here. And the first vote goes for TJ. And then a vote for Charlie.
Yes.
And then a vote for TJ. And then TJ.
Oh, no way.
What the fuck was the point of winning 9 fucking immunity challenges in a fucking row if nobody's gonna vote for you?
Hey,
Clifford burned too many bridges.
You're falling it down on Ozzy's ears, you know? And then, okay, well, we gotta vote for Charlie. And then a vote for Charlie, so it's time.
Come on, Char.
3-3.
Holy
Come on, Char.
shit.
And then a vote for TJ. And then for TJ, he has 5 votes.
Oh my god.
And then for TJ,
Wow.
and he wins. TJ, you are the winner of Survivor Doc Heroes versus actual villains.
How
The
fucking
underdog.
pissed off I would be if I won 6 fucking immunity challenges after the merge, made it all the way to the end, and not a single person voted for me in the game. I'd be like, what was the point?
Wow.
The Underhuman actually won this. TJ, who is the only dude on the dogs team.
That's true. That's fair.
All the dogs voted for him. I'm looking at the vote breakdown. All the dogs voted for him.
Well, Ryan,
Oh,
that makes sense. Because, I mean, he was the only one who could, like, pet dogs and give them scratches and stuff. I mean, they probably built such strong alliances well on that team.
Let's see who won the fan favorite. Norm Snively.
I just don't understand that. The animal abuser, Norm Snively, won fan favorite. These fans are terrible.
He was one of the only normal people on the serial killer island.
I guess comparatively. Oh,
wow!
God.
Congrats to My Bloody Valentine. You produced a winner.
MBV had a lot of good hitters. I mean, it's him and Harry Warden. I think were pretty good players.
I agree with that. Well, thanks for tuning in. And I know that was a lot of just hearing me read off my TV screen, but I think it makes for riveting material, mostly for us to talk about, not necessarily for you to listen to.
Yay! TJ wins against all the dogs, dude. TJ's kind of like the reverse JT, an actual Survivor winner. Because, you know, instead of being from Alabama, he's a Canadian. And I don't know. He's from the North. Reverse.
Huh. I guess in a way. That's sort of thematic.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Ryan, for guiding us through another riveting round of GBGB's Survivor. Do you think they'll ever actually do? Because, you know, Survivor's going to have to run out of season ideas eventually. Like, are they going to do like an actual dogs versus escaped serial killers?
Watch it.
Probably.
But let me be clear. Let me put this on the record.
Yeah.
If CBS made a Survivor spinoff show starring 10 dogs or 8 and 8 to 10 serial killers, I would watch. I would tune in. Well, I don't want to take up any more of your time. That was pretty fun. I do. I am very satisfied with the fact that we each took one contestant to the end.
Oh, totally. I think last time I lost my contestants really fast. So I was kind of, you know, having to make compromises to who I wanted to win. But
who won last time? Was it Ben?
It was Armageddon Ben.
Yeah.
Who took it all.
Wow.
Beat all the McConaughey's. I think I'm glad that a dog didn't win this season. I just feel
what
like
would a dog do with $1 million? If it was Clifford, I mean, he would feed himself. That's actually the plot of the Clifford movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clifford could put it good use. I think Charlie would just destroy himself. Honestly, he's just I wouldn't trust him with that money.
He'd make one hell of a casino.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. With that, are we ready to embark on the movie that we watched this week? Much like Dark Tower, I think people are gonna come on, first time listeners to be like, "Oh, sick, Krampus! All right, like I love that movie. I can't wait to see what these guys thought about it." It gets sucked into a vortex of holiday ideas and then and a Survivor. We're kind of narrow casting, I think, but there's gonna be a contingent who's gonna be super psyched.
Have to agree.
Well, for those of you Survivor Krampus heads, I hope we can satisfy that itch. With that, who has the synopsis this week?
Did Denali restart it last week? Is that what occurred?
I think I did the I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot. And Ryan.
So it might be Jace's turn.
It would be Ryan's turn because it goes me, Ryan, Jace, and then we got it twisted at some point, and then that's why we did the reset.
Who is it?
Is Ryan ready for a synopsis this week?
You bet your butt.
Did someone spend all his time doing a Survivor simulator instead of watching the movie?
You know how much time I spent on Google Images to find those stupid thumbnails?
Oh, yeah, a long time.
Speaking of
I can only
images,
imagine.
Speaking of images, guys, go ahead and watch this episode on YouTube if you want to see a kind of a visual aid for this. it could be tough to follow with audio only, and just see Ryan's hard work with finding these beautiful images.
Okay, okay, folks. This week we watched Krampus. As you can tell, it's a 2015 movie, directed by Michael Dougherty, who also directed Trick or Treat.
Oh, I didn't know that. Shit.
Yeah. So he's like really into the holiday horror. He's like the perfect person to have on our podcast.
He may be our guy, yeah.
And then starring, actually, surprisingly, Adam Scott, most notably famous for Parks and Rec.
And the Water Boy, he makes those movies with a voice like this.
What?
Different Adam. And also starring Toni Collette, who I know from The Sixth Sense and Hereditary. And she was also in Knives Out just a couple years ago, which is a big hit. I recommend that movie as well. She's a fantastic actress. Some other character actors show up, but really what this movie is about is a kid who does not love Christmas enough. And so his entire family gets murdered by an anti-Christmas demon named Krampus. And essentially, I guess the idea is that if there's like not enough Christmas spirit, then in a neighborhood, I guess, then Krampus shows up instead of Santa, and he kills everybody in the neighborhood and leaves one sole survivor to tell his tale to the next generation. And so our young protagonist, Max, is kind of fed up. He still believes in Santa, and people are making fun of him for it. He's fed up with consumerism, and he's fed up with his family. And so he's basically just like, I don't want to do Christmas no more. I'm going to tear my Santa letter up. And that's the last straw for old Krampy. So Krampy descends on the neighborhood, wreaks havoc, and kind of actually has some pretty cool minions that we're going to talk about. And at the very end, literally hell breaks loose. And there's a bit of a, I don't know, bit of a not so happy ending.
Yeah.
This movie kind of brought me down.
It did. That's interesting. I think I had a slightly different reaction, but we could talk about the ending. But I think that wraps it up pretty good. Well, we talked about this a little bit earlier. It's like I didn't know Krampus was like a. I didn't know about Krampus for this movie. I didn't know it was a legit part of kind of like the Alpine folklore. I did a little.
Alpine.
That's what it says on the Wikipedia. It says it's an anthropomorphic figure in Alpine folklore, as in somewhere in the Alps, Germany and Austria. And,
that's. I thought you meant just like the colloquial Alpine.
Yeah. And so they said that he like scares children, obviously, and assists Saint Nicholas. And then the pair visit children on the night of the 5th of December, and St. Nicholas rewards the well-behaved children with modest gifts such as oranges, dried fruit, walnuts, and chocolate, fucking trail mix, whilst badly behaved ones only receive punishment by the Krampus with birch rods.
Imagine
so Krampus,
being the elf that gets promoted to sleigh duty that year, and he's like, Santa, do we have to let him come with us?
Sounds like, yeah, that's my brother Krampus.
He fucking spanks people with a rod.
Family.
So that means somewhere in like the 1950s, I think a decision was made by Santa where he's like, hey Krampus, how about you just take the holiday off? You can spank some other time of the year, but I'm just gonna give presents, and then we're just gonna kind of leave it at that.
What do you think that conversation was like from Krampus's perspective? That's the only holiday he works.
We've been doing this thing together for 100 years, Mister.
It was like 1,000. It was like 4,000 years, right? Didn't they say it was thousands and thousands of years?
That doesn't quite make much sense, like from a logic perspective.
Like, Saint Nicholas, like 0
right
BC AD.
Well, I think my theory is that Krampus converted to Christianity, at some point, and kind of went along with it.
What was he like during Paleolithic times?
During the pagan times, I think he was fucking swinging for the fences with that rod. Like, I think he was really wilding out.
He's spanking everybody.
You think he toned it down?
I think he way toned it down when he found Jesus. I think Krampus really toned it down. Okay, if I had to choose between being like horrifically tortured pagan style and probably being burnt at the stake, versus a paddling, I'd probably pick paddling. I just think Krampus toned it down when he found Christ, and then I think he probably helps, like, probably the coal mine that Santa uses to kind of like make deposits, or the children. I think Krampus probably like shifted his focus. Probably got like carpal tunnel or tendonitis from spanking so much. Wait, so if you guys think Krampus would be like good at batting, like at the local holiday creature like kind of tournament?
Ages?
No, like they probably do like a pickup game. You guys think Krampus would probably be
Krampus
good?
would knock it out of the park every time.
Yeah, he's strong as shit.
He's been swinging his whole life.
Well, and
guys
also
think-
he's like a god. Like he's an actual like.
Oh, they're all fucking gods, dude. I think probably Easter Bunny's gonna be throwing those things like eggs.
Oh, it's true.
If you guys think you're gonna get spanked by Krampus, would you like leave like a really like small thin rod to get spanked with by the bedside, or are you guys gonna like have him bring his own thing?
Leather paddle, and I'm dressing up.
Birch. Honestly, on the scale of things you can get spanked with, I don't think birch twig is like that bad.
It's not good. It's not great.
But like there are way worse things to be spanked with than this stick.
I mean, he's not dealing out like corporal punishment here. He's kind of
Let's be clear now. I want to circumvent this whole thing. I'm not getting spanked by Krampus. I love Christmas.
Yeah,
I've been listening to Michael Bublé for like 2 weeks now already.
Okay.
So
let's be straight here. I'm on Krampus's list.
Oh shit, Ryan.
You guys know this about me. I'm not a big Christmas guy.
Yeah,
and that's fair.
Can Krampus tell if you put like butt pads in? And he's like swinging his heart, and you're trying to like act like it hurts.
Oh, you're trying to sell it.
Oh dang! Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no! And he's like, he doesn't sense the
He's done
passion.
it again.
Krampus kind of pauses.
I mean, that's sort of what they say, but they don't usually say it like that.
Oh no, Krampus! Don't spank me again. Wait, so what? Okay, this is gonna go back to. I don't want to rehash the Sam conversation. But, a lot of the world doesn't celebrate, this Western kind of holiday, or like, they don't celebrate Christmas. So surely he's not going around, spanking and raising hell for everybody.
Well, sort of like with Sam, I think it's more like if you celebrate it, but you trash it anyways, or you don't properly celebrate it.
Right.
Right. So like, I don't think that Sam is going around the country going to people who don't celebrate Halloween at all, or not even country, around the world, who don't celebrate Halloween at all, and being upset with them because he's worried about them disrespecting Halloween.
Right.
Krampus is probably like, okay, if you're gonna do Christmas, do it right.
So, but I guess he made that decision at some point after converting, right? Because before, what was he spanking for?
Anybody. He's a wild spirit.
Freelance.
Yeah.
If you had a choice, if you lived in like the 900s AD, and they said, would you want to be spanked by a demon or get some trail mix from some old guy? Would it be a thing you think about first before making your choice?
I would say, which old guy?
Yeah.
What, can you point him out to me?
A nice, a nice one, but a cool. Let's say you got trail mix.
Is the trail mix just like from his pocket, or does he have like a sealed bag?
He's got like
pocket mix.
He's got like a velvet sack of trail mix.
So still linty.
What? Okay, what am I getting spanked with?
Okay, it's gonna be a birch rod, but okay, so you haven't seen the demon. They're like, and you've gotten trail mix a couple times. Like you've asked for trail mix every year.
And behind a wall is just like seeing like the Barry Bonds of spanking, and you have no idea. And you're like, well, it could be not that bad.
You're like, I want to try spanking once. All right, I've had the trail mix. It's okay, but like they're like a demon will come out and give you a spanking. All right,
it'd be a good game show. Like the audience knows which demon it is, but you don't, and he's just behind like a half wall.
And let's say you don't know anyone who's chosen spanking. Like everyone's always done trail mix, and it's kind of like a routine. They're like, oh yeah, I got trail mix again.
Things that must have happened. There must be one guy who finally Like, okay, nobody else is gonna do it. I'll do it. And Krampus is like, I've been in the underworld trading for this for thousands of years, and nobody's ever said yes.
I'm not gonna go easy on you for it either. Thank you.
He's like training with like resistance bands
Yeah,
for about like
with the
100
bats
years.
where they put the weight on the end of the bat, and they're in the bullpen, and they're like, whoa.
So if someone's there and he's like, all right, you've hit the middle again. Most people hit the middle between good and bad, and you're like, I think I'm gonna do the spanking. I think I'm gonna get spanked by the demon. And you see him come out from behind the wall, and it's the Krampus from the movie. He's big. He's like 9 feet tall. He's got Popeye arms with a birch rod. Are you gonna go through with it?
I'm a man of my word, but
You can't go back. He doesn't.
at home he can run faster than you.
He's pretty fat. How many times do you keep asking for spanking until the guy politely declines?
Krampus is like, actually, there's like other people. I need to...
Oh man, first of all, you're my favorite customer, but I've been spanking all day. I think I'm kind of sore.
I need a glass of water.
Okay, we should probably talk about this movie, guys. I've derailed us.
I kind of prefer this conversation. Let me I went to a brewery / cider house before I watched this movie, and
yeah,
it evaporated from my brain. And I think I fell asleep during the last 10 minutes. So I think I saw Krampus one time.
Aww.
Oh. Jace, I think I had a similar problem with this movie in that I think the first half was kind of funny. It was I thought it was a funny movie. Second, third, I think it was kind of dragged. I think I was I was checking the clock a little bit. Third act picked up, I think, a bit. But yeah, there was some dragging parts in this movie.
You jerks, I watched the whole thing.
Oh, I finished the whole thing. Right. I didn't fall asleep, but I thought, at least to speak positively about the movie, Toni Collette and Adam Scott, I think, had a really fun chemistry. I think both of them did a bang up job with this movie. I love Adam Scott and pretty much everything he does. I think he plays kind of smug, slightly dickish person really well in a likable way. Todd Packer randomly showing up in this movie and being the same character he's been in every movie was also a fun surprise that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah. I thought this movie was actually really funny. I wrote down numerous lines because at some point I was like, dang, some of these lines are hilarious. I'm gonna start writing them down. I just want to throw this out there. If some of these jokes seem funny to you, you should maybe watch this movie. Let's see. So I have the shallow end of the gene pool. I have dialysis? ? Where's the nog? And then, isn't there another child? And then no gun talk at the dinner table. That's a good one. I like that because that's relevant to me. And then at one point, the guy opens the fridge and he says, "Beer it is." And then he says, "How come rich people get all the free shit?" And then, this is my favorite line in the whole movie. He says, "Point that thing east and it'll be storming the beaches of Normandy at sunrise."
Not a lot of context, right? I thought you'd kind of color us a little scene. But yeah,
No, those are funny.
Those were funny lines. I thought
Like,
there's
some
moment,
funny one-liners in here.
You can't just say "Where's the nog" without context.
Where's the nog?
But
That's
yeah,
my favorite part.
There was some pretty good lines in this movie. I don't want to make it seem like I thought it was a shitter because I had fun watching this. I'll say it straight up.
Yeah, I like the aspect of it's a Christmas movie. Like, you know, it's a Christmas movie when you're watching the movie. There's no doubt about it. It's a Christmas movie. There's dialogue scenes in the kitchen where like it's not very interesting and they're just talking about how crazy their relatives are. That's every Christmas movie.
Oh yeah.
There's a fireplace and a Christmas tree in the background, and at some point that thing's catching on fire. But at the same time, it was like anti everything, right? Because it's like anti-consumerism. We know that from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually it gets like anti-workaholicism because the one guy's too serious and he never takes time off, right? He's
bit
like
of a Hallmark type of Christmas movie. I feel like it's usually the trope, right?
Right, but then it actually goes pretty like anti-traditionalism, right? Because like at a certain point, they start saying, "Oh, we should never have done this. We should have done it by ourselves. We should not have invited people out. We shouldn't have invited the old grandmother who's like German and she brought this curse on us and stuff like that." I thought that was kind of interesting, and that's kind of how I feel. It's like holidays are more of like a burden than anything to me.
I think you're not alone in that sentiment, Riot. I think there's a lot of people who get more stressed than anything during the holidays. I think I'm in the middle. I think I do feel a little bit of that fatigue sometimes where I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, I love hanging with my family, but at the same time, having that many people just in one place is stressful. It's hectic. There's a lot of people butting heads. I think this movie colored that pretty well, where I think everyone has that experience of where you have like your family members come over and they're a little rough around the edges and they're saying some bigoted things and kind of rubbing people the wrong way. That's always like a scene, I feel like, in modern holiday movies with this whole hillbilly family that comes over. But I also think they colored them in a way that they're still human. They're still kind of likable characters.
Right.
And I think they kind of did that aspect justice without turning them into like a fucking, caricature.
Right. It was basically like Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
with
totally.
Chevy Chase and Randy Quaid.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering where I was thinking. I think that's exactly what I was thinking of. Yeah. With the turn of this movie, this happens because basically you have the kid character. He basically summons Krampus by being a downer on Christmas. Krampus shows up. I don't know how you guys felt about the second third of this movie, kind of the build up, because I felt like this was kind of tired. They're showing hooves, they're showing kind of footsteps, and like what's happening and stuff. I think it was very tropey in a way that I thought was kind of boring, and I wanted to get your guys' temp on that.
Yeah.
I was kind of amazed that they waited until that far into the movie to start teasing at Krampus, because I thought he was going to be a main character. And also, I had no idea he was going to look like what he did with the gnarled up face and then the long tongue. I thought he looked like kind of animalish. I was picturing an animal creature. So on like the first reveal of the Krampus, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I will say the third act where you see Krampus, you see his minions, all the toys and the killer gingerbread, that was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that aspect. Like the practical effects mostly was super fun.
That's my biggest hit for this movie is that there was only one CGI creature. Everything else was either a puppet or somebody in a suit, and it was a bunch of practical effects. And that's probably what made this for me. All the toys were scary as shit.
Yeah, the toys were amazing. I think that's like, I agree. They should have made that longer and not quite so hectic, right? Because at some point they're just like, everybody's running around fighting a toy, and you're like, okay, this is awesome. This is kind of funny. And it just keeps happening and happening and happening, and then happening on like different floors of the house, when that could kind of, I guess, be more logically presented. And take up more of the movie, and don't have them wandering around the snow for a half hour.
Yeah, the wandering around the snow with the flashlight being like, what the heck's happening? I think went on just way too fucking long. I get they're trying to like establish like a plot line and kind of slowly build things up. I think it could have been done a little better. The other thing about Krampus before he shows up, I was like, is Krampus that strong? Because there's twice in this movie where Adam Scott's character outpulls Krampus. Like, I don't know if Krampus wants these people that bad, if he's just kind of pulling with like one hand. Because he pulls the Todd Packer character through the snow, and Adam Scott like actually fucking pulls him completely out of the snow and outmuscles this supernatural being.
Well, sort of, right? So those are his minions.
Was it?
Like those are the evil elves, right? So like they run away when Krampus shows up.
Yeah, they were scared of him.
So Krampus isn't doing any of the dirty work.
He's only going in at the very end and like shepherding everybody onto his sleigh.
Okay. That makes sense actually, because the elves, first of all, fucking sick character design with the masks, right. the kind of that kind of stuff. I get now that makes more sense to me, because I was wondering that the whole movie. I was like, oh, how am I supposed to be scared of Krampus if I feel like they could just punch him or something?
Yeah, they like the snowman part was my favorite part. With like every time a character would die, there would be another snowman outside the house, and only the kid would like put it together. And then you see the elves like run around And in a way, I wish that it was just Krampus and his toys. I wish that there were like these other like elves that were running around, right? Because at some point I was like, oh, that's not actually Krampus? The thing that we're watching on screen run around, that's not actually him. So what am I looking at? I agree that they waited too long to show Krampus. I think there's no reason to have two different types of minions. They had to kind of like visually explain that there was two different types of minions and that neither one of them were actual Krampus.
Yeah, it confused me. Like until we just had this conversation. Still. So, yeah. Speaking of minions, do you guys have a favorite Krampus minion? Because there was a couple.
Gingerbread were hilarious.
Those are so good.
Yeah, they're very gremlin-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they're lit on fire and they're just kind of like trying to help each other up. The guy's shooting him with a shotgun, I thought was just great. I think the Jack in the Box.
Frightening.
The Angel was also really hilarious.
That was good too.
They
were all funny, but they were all also scary as shit in their own unique ways, I think. Great job by the designers there. Were you guys kind of wondering if Santa was going to show up at any point in this movie?
Well, sort of. So that's actually something I want to talk about, is that this movie apparently spawned a bunch of clones.
Yeah.
There's like 10 other Krampus movies that are like, oh, we could make a Krampus movie and have like Krampus versus Santa Claus, like Krampus Revenge, that are not related to this. They're different people. And I wonder why that is and why that hasn't happened for like other things. I guess Krampus is like in the public domain, right? He's just a generic holiday character.
He's like Santa. Santa can sell Coca-Colas. Yeah.
Nobody owns Santa, right? Yeah. So I guess maybe that's why, but why? I don't know. Why not come up with your own dude?
Yeah, I think Krampus's imagery is also pretty fucking cool and like metal. And I think people who like to make B movies, I think that type of imagery is very choice.
True.
I just would have loved some reference to Santa, because they're implying Santa's kind of real, I feel. If German folk tales are real, the kid believes in Santa. Him throwing his Santa letter is what summons Krampus to come down. Are they implying Krampus is a shade of Santa just from the way he looks? He kind of looks Santa-like when you look at him up close. I think I would have liked Santa to come down and like punch him in the face or something. I'm just saying.
I would like a movie where Krampus is actually the good one, and like Santa's not real. It's your parents that are giving you presents.
Oh, okay.
And Krampus is real, but he's not nearly as bad as like actual Santa. So Santa doesn't ever come around and give you presents. The legend that we have, our Santa legend, is actually based off a real dude who's worse than Krampus. And Krampus goes around and is like, oh, Santa, don't worry. I'm down here punishing kids with this birch twig. You don't have to come down here. I did everything for you. And because he knows that if real Santa came down, he would just murder people. Which in this movie is what Krampus does.
Oh, I smell a rewrite.
I don't think that at any point in this, again, movie entirely vapid for me. I don't know if the characters made enough of a change of heart for them to really deserve Santa. If we're going lore-wise, good, bad. Yeah. I think everybody that was in this movie was gonna get Cole if Santa was real, or they were gonna get Krampus.
Yeah.
So a pretty hilarious idea. I think Santa would just be like, you killed the Johnsons next door? They were supposed to get presents, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think, well, we can probably get to the end of the movie to kind of talk about the morality aspect. Because at the end of the movie, the kid is like, the whole family dies, I guess. They're getting pulled into the underworld. The kid offers to Krampus his own soul. He says, throw me in the underworld and save my family. Krampus laughs and just kind of throws him down there anyways, and the kid wakes up in bed. That ending, I think I had a problem with initially, because I was like, well, fuck, if it's all a dream, where's the moral narrative? Like, where's the people? These people still suck, They don't. There's no reason for the parents to learn anything. But that moment where the kid unwraps the present with the bell that says Krampus, and everyone kind of has a little bit of a flashback, I think that kind of saved it for me, where Krampus is still a force of nature that teaches people a lesson about, about being good people during Christmas time. I think. But what was your guys' take on kind of the ending?
I thought they were all in hell.
So that was another thing I was wondering about.
Because the camera zooms out and you learn that the house is in a snow globe. And it's on a shelf full of snow globes and Krampus's workshop. So my take was that he threw the kid in hell and just took him prisoner with his whole family and set up a little snow globe shop.
Yeah, to me, it really doesn't make much sense because in that case, then the grandma is in his snow globe and she had a bell from when she was a kid. So it seems to me like if you're getting a Krampus bell, you're either in hell or you're not. So
I just thought the globes were a surveillance system where he just keeps track of the families through the globes that he looks at. And then the filter that they did where everything was cool was kind of the same thing in like Lord of the Rings where they had the same, when everything was fine, it seemed dreamlike. And I was like, oh, fuck, this is like some weird purgatory. Is this real? But I think they were also just trying to go for like maybe a Hallmark moment where everything's happy and great. And then the splash of reality is that Krampus is watching. But maybe they left it open to interpretation on purpose.
It's not how I want my horror movie to end.
Right. I think with that we can go into the reviews. We're just saying what we feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's do it. I don't think we have anything. I think we've tapped our riff mine with this episode. So yeah, let's get into it. I think I'm teeing us off for the spiritometer. Again, the spiritometer this season is going to be our measure of how holiday-y these movies are. So, Ryan, what was the name of the director that did this and Trick or Treat?
Michael Dougherty.
Michael Dougherty. Yeah, this dude knows holidays. I think this director did some research for this one, and I think he really knocked it out of the park. The movie's called Krampus, which is an old school, going way back Christmas creature. It takes place during Christmas time. I think it hits all of the Christmas beats we talked about. Family coming over, presents, a consumerism message, conflicts that happen during Christmas time, whether or not you believe in Santa or not, things like that. I think it hits all of the holiday beats. The aesthetics are beautiful. I loved all of the creepy snowmen, the decorations. We didn't talk about the character of Omi, who's kind of like the harbinger of Christmas, of the Christmas cheer. It's like, make sure you celebrate things properly, do these things. Kind of in the same vein of Trick or Treat. Follow these rules, or this holiday-based monster is going to show up and fuck people up. So honestly, I don't think you can get more Christmas than this. I'm trying, aside from having Saint Nick come in with his huge toy sack and just smashing people with it, I think this is going to be a 10 for me. This is pretty high up there.
I'm going to agree on most points. I think it's not so much Christmassy as it is like some points it's just folklore-y. And now that's not what my Christmases are like. So while I guess Halloween, and like Trick or Treat, it's not really what I'm doing either. I'm not like going to costume parties, but I guess in some ways, like, I don't know. I'm going to give it a high score. I'll go with a 9. I think I just wasn't feeling it as much. Like, it didn't come off as much of a Christmas movie as maybe I was expecting.
What would kind of push it over the edge for you think? Or is it kind of just
you guys are right with the Santa, with like presents being opened and Santa and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So a movie like Tim Allen's Santa Claus with a twist, you think would push it maybe over the edge?
It's Tim Allen's Krampus. Tim accidentally kills Krampus, and now he has to be Krampus.
Yo, that's actually a great idea.
Let's just not cast Tim Allen, and I think I'd be on board.
I want to watch that movie.
I'm on board. We're getting a lot of heaters here.
Shit.
Okay, so we got 10 and 9.
I just blurted that off the top of my head, and the only problem is we're gonna have a copyright issue with Santa Claus movies.
A guy I don't think Disney's gonna want to claim a story about a guy who has to spank people now because the other spanker died because he killed him.
Maybe not. We won't do like accidentally fell off the roof. We'll do like defended his home in honor.
Okay, Jace.
Movie is incredibly on point for alpine folklore, for Christmas, for winter thematics, for really holiday horror, for what we set out to review. And I'm very pleasantly happy with that. All of the toys, mischievous elves, Krampus and his dark getup. So just like a raw score has to be really high for me. And I obviously couldn't take Krampus in a fight. He can literally summon a hole into the, into hell. I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm also gonna give it a 9. It felt like it was right up there with Trick or Treat, but there was just like a little bit lacking for me in the resolution, in that ending, and how things played out with Krampus. That I don't know why I can't give it that perfect 10 on the Spiritometer.
Yeah, I'm on the same page. I don't know. I don't have exact reasons either.
All right, you got a little froth left on that Christmas drink eggnog.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's still pretty high, guys. We got a pretty high Christmas score for this. For this movie, it's an averaging of a 9.3 basically. Well, for this, for my movie meter, as far as this movie goes, I was kind of like a lot of our movies, going back and forth about where I sat with this. There were some obvious issues with pacing. I think there was some weird writing decisions, like towards the end, where people seemed to be sacrificing themselves for kind of no reason. I was kind of scratching my head. I was like, why is that happening? I think this movie makes more sense if you don't think about it too hard. I think the logic is not quite there. But maybe it's not that type of movie. Overall, I had fun watching it. I expected this to be more of a horror movie. I went in relatively cold, and was pleasantly surprised seeing Adam Scott just kind of being his same sarcastic, smarmy self, and had fun just seeing kind of the family dynamics. I was surprised by having this, I forgot what the kid's name is, but having him there, adding this kind of like, it was almost like Santa Claus-like, where you see Christmas from his perspective. And his idealization of the holiday, I think, was a little more interesting way of doing it. So with that, I think I'm going to give this a 6. Not a perfect movie, but an enjoyable one. I think if it was closer to actual Christmas time, like if I was watching this on Christmas Day, I'd be like, yeah, this is probably a 7 or an 8. But I think overall solid movie for the holidays, but a 6. Pretty good. Not the best.
Yeah, I'm going to be a little bit more harsh. Just because I know that he can make such. I love Trick or Treat. It's one of my favorite movies ever, and I think that there's just some intangible part of this. I don't know whether it was like on the production side or what, but there's just something that prevents it from going there. I think maybe it needs to be more horror, right? Like Trick or Treat was rated R. Trick or Treat had sex scenes and had actual stabbings and stuff on screen.
Right.
This one most off screen, and sometimes people randomly came back after getting eaten by a 20-foot long Jack-in-the-Box caterpillar worm thing. I don't know. So I think I'm going to go with a 4. Mostly just, I guess I was kind of let down. I want it to be scary. I think I'm kind of like, you need to be somewhat slashery / gory / scary to get high on my horror ratings list, I think.
All right, a 4 and a 6. Where are we gonna fall, Jace?
I think, like you said, a 9 is a really high on the Spiritometer. I think I'm kind of delivering it in this way because I know that I'm giving this on the movie meter like a 3. I really didn't enjoy watching the movie. It was vapid. It just it was gone as soon as I watched it. I tried pretty hard. I felt like the best things about it were the costuming and the monsters, and it really felt Christmassy. But I'll be honest, the mixture of the comedy and the horror didn't seem to hit. And I think Ryan, you brought it up. I think maybe that had to do with the PG-13 rating. I think they should have either gone probably in the direction of more horror for this for me to like it more. I wasn't I'm not the person really to rate acting of the three of us and through this podcast, but I kind of felt like it was, I was feeling like it was phoned in from some of the actors, and I'm definitely going to give this another shot this holiday season, I think, because I want to try to redigest it. But overall, unfortunately, the biggest flop. I was excited for this movie. I was ready to, I was thinking like, oh my God, based on these ratings and the things I'm reading online, I'm going to give this like an 8 or a 9. I love Trick or Treat. I was like, yeah. And we get halfway through the movie and I'm just like,
yeah.
So yeah, a super high spiritometer, super low movie meter for me, 3.
That doesn't surprise me, especially because you said you were kind of dozing off towards the end, and it was if you're having those issues with the movie, you're doing something wrong. You shouldn't want to be doing that. Yeah, not the viewer, like the movie maker. Should be keeping you entertained. It's a fucking horror movie. Like, it's a holiday horror movie that's a comedy. Like, you shouldn't be bored. But with that, that's our review for Krampus. Let us know if you've seen this movie, and let us know if you disagree, because I know there's a lot of big fans of this movie too who will probably jump up and defend it. Let us know what you think. But with that, you guys want to decide on our next holiday horror film?
I have no idea.
No idea either, because one of the things taken into consideration is that we're gonna have a Christmas and New Year's episode.
Okay, there's a literal horror movie called President's Day.
It's like Thanksgiving status, I think.
Okay, never mind. I don't want to do that.
It's not a B movie, I don't think, but I think it's a B movie.
So we can do a Christmas on the 20th, a New Year's on the 27th, and then just a random one on the 3rd. So let's do a rando this week.
Yeah, there's a movie called Valentine. Has terrible reviews.
There's an April Fool's Day from 1986.
There's one from there's a remake, I think.
April Fool's Day seems like the easiest movie to make a horror about, just as far as like people thinking they're gonna fall into pranks and then get absolutely brutally murdered.
There's a let's see here, a 1901 movie called Scrooge or Marley's Ghost. That's a holiday horror.
1901.
Yeah, 1901. Short silent drama film called Scrooge or Marley's Ghost. Okay, I'm looking at lists of, like, on Wikipedia. They have the holiday horrors, and they kind of trickle in because there's a couple every year since 1901. But then once we hit the 80s, holy crap, that shit just ramps up like crazy.
We might want to do like a Leprechaun movie.
Oh wait, dude, Wikipedia organizes them by holiday. Let me just look for the Leprechaun symbol, guys. Leprechaun 2 it does take place during St. Patty's Day.
Take place?
Dude, we should see Leprechaun 2 and not see Leprechaun 1.
Well, I
would
think
be
Leprechaun
fine with
3,
that.
he goes back to the hood.
Yeah, because Leprechaun 2, also known as One Wedding and Lots of Funerals, it stars Warwick Davis as a psychopathic leprechaun hunting for a bride on his 1000th birthday on St. Patrick's Day. Oh, man, guys.
Are we watching Leprechaun 2?
Dude, I want to see this so bad.
I like do like the idea of doing St. Patrick's Day, even if it's a shitsville, just to say we covered it.
Yeah,
Leprechaun 1.
Leprechaun 1 is not even on here. Leprechaun 1 is not St. Patty's Day.
Watching a Leprechaun 2 is just fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Ever be the first one we do without seeing the first one?
I mean, we did Air Bud, we skipped the 4 sequels.
That's right.
I don't want to push the issue. If you guys feel something else, are we?
Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun 2.
Yeah, let's do it.
Leprechaun 2.
So I want to point out.
Okay, yeah, we can.
That Leprechaun 3 is just called Leprechaun 3.
Okay.
Leprechaun 4 is called Leprechaun 4 in space.
Oh my god.
The Leprechaun 5 is called Leprechaun 5 in the hood. And Leprechaun 6 is called Leprechaun 6 back to the hood.
Cool. Well, I'm psyched and scared about seeing Leprechaun 2. I haven't seen any of the Leprechaun movies, but I think we're doing our due diligence, guys, by covering St. Patrick's Day. This is one of the few St. Patrick's Day movies that are out there. It's the only one in the Leprechaun universe that takes place during St. Patty's Day, which is surprising. I might try to brush up just on Wikipedia or IMDb just to kind of get the lore. I have heard that this movie can be considered a standalone in kind of the Leprechaun.
Oh, that's good.
Lore.
I was kind of curious, right? Because it's fairly famous that Jennifer Aniston got her start in the first Leprechaun movie.
Excuse me? Are you serious?
Oh no, yeah, totally. She's the star of the first movie. So I'm wondering, like, why the first one does not take place on St. Patty's Day.
Oh my gosh, you're totally right. What is there's
Too
so
on the
many.
nose.
Yeah, it's too obvious, right? Wow, Jennifer Aniston, she's the lead.
Yeah, of course she was on all the marketing material made after it first came out.
Yeah, so the plot of the first one, just briefly, is just so you guys are already brushed up to. Dan O'Grady returns to the U.S. after stealing some Irish leprechaun's pot of gold, and he settles down with his newfound wealth. But the leprechaun follows him, and then attacks him and his spoiled rich daughter, I guess, according to the IMDb thing. And yeah, the leprechaun's released, and almost immediately the annoying creature starts to look for his gold, not displaying any respect for human life. The weird way of stating that. But yeah, that's kind of the vibe, guys. So just kind of keep that in your heads when we're watching this really good movie. So
I have no more emotions.
Yeah, I don't either. I think I'm kind of zapped.
we hope you guys will join us next week for Leprechaun 2. Guys, maybe brush up. Maybe use this opportunity to brush up on the Leprechaun series, or don't, because I don't know anything about this. So we'll see how this goes. I'm hoping for not another Thanksgiving, but I'm afraid that may be what we're batting with. Give us a follow, perhaps,
Please.
at GBGB Podcast on Twitter, at Good Boys Gone Bland on Instagram. Stay up to date with all of the hottest GBGB content there is to view and digest. Shoot us a subscribe or a review if you haven't already. We super appreciate those who have. Encourage other people to maybe shoot us a subscribe and review as well. Put yourself out there a little bit, and by putting us out there, please. You guys have someone who's really into Christmas. You guys hear Mariah Carey, bumping in the old car stereo. Maybe pitch the podcast. Be like, hey, you heard of these 3 good boys who watch holiday movies? Give them a listen. By the way, I'm so and so. Nice to meet you.
Get out
you
of
guys
my
got
car.
Anything?
Tell whoever comes down your chimney about us.
Yeah, before you throw. But he's, they're gonna go somewhere else afterwards. Last episode, we ended the episode on giving a piece of advice that the 3 of us kind of created. You guys, let's. I want to give it another crack,
Okay.
and see where we land. Ryan, do you want to start this one off?
Oh yeah, yes.
So just give us a word.
Can I do a compound word?
By all means.
Fish heads.
Will.
Always.
Rain.
On.
The
7th.
Hour.
In.
Transnisteria.
So.
You.
Don't.
Cry.
In.
Czechoslovakia.
Exclamation point.
That's like
Remember
look
that.
how good we got in Czechoslovakia. In Transnisteria, the fish heads rain down on every 7th hour.
Remember that, folks. Thanks for joining us.